Hello, Facebook community. I know it has been a while since I've been on here, but sometimes you have to shut out the world so you can focus on your own needs. And that message comes from Dr. Ames. So I want to give credit where credit is due and give her a big shout out because I needed that to get myself renewed and to get refocused on my journey. So I just want to talk about the birth of a nation. I want to talk about that and give my review on that, give my insight on that, and also talk about a personal story that just happened to me recently that really was concerning to me. So first of all, I know we don't like to deal with or address our history. It's in the past. We like to move forward. And a lot of us don't like slave movies, but I just want to tell you that it's important. It's important to go back sometimes because we have to be reminded of where we've come from. So I went to see that movie, and what happens is it reignited some things inside of me, some things that I had forgotten about. It reconnected me because this is the end of the year. We have less than 3 months. And so I needed to be refueled. So I just encourage some of you all to go out and see it if you haven't, so that we can address our issues. We can take those moments to process and heal. So that's the first thing. I think that's very important. So secondly, what happened to me yesterday that was very concerning is I went to the dollar store. I'm one of those dollar store girls. When I need something really quick, I'll go and pick it up. So I went in there to get some batteries, and it's in the black community, the African American community, not too far from my home, to just pick up some batteries because I needed some batteries. It was almost 9 o'clock at night and I'm out trying to get some batteries. But what happened was I went in this store and the store owner had some music playing. Some hip hop, R&B, trying to liven things up for us. Because most of us, we're going in and we're supporting other people in their businesses. And I'm not being racist in talking about this, but I just have to address my concerns about the black community and minority communities. So what happened was a song was playing. And as I get to the cash register to check out, I noticed that the cashier is looking at another patron in the store, and this other patron was not African American. He was maybe Latino or Eastern. I really couldn't tell what his culture was, but the cashier was an Eastern individual or Pakistani. I don't know. I couldn't really tell. But what happened is they both looked at each other and they gave each other a little smirk. And the song that was playing was "Who Let the Dogs Out?" And so he says, that's a nice song. And so what happened is when I went out, my hair was unruly. It wasn't groomed as neatly as it is right now, because sometimes I just go out and I'll just be free. I'll do me. So I just put it like that. So the first thing that came across my mind or my perception was, he's making a comment about me like I'm a dog. Who let the dogs out? And he's looking at my hair and making judgments about me. And I didn't say anything. The spirit just told me to be quiet about that issue. But I share these stories to say that we're no longer slaves. So what is holding us back for creating wealth and creating legacies in our own communities? What is holding us back from creating wealth and legacy in our own communities? We're one of the most exploited communities, the minority community, especially the black community. We don't have anything in our community that we own, except maybe our homes or our vehicles. And so many other cultures come in our community who don't understand us. They don't have our language. And then these sort of things happen. They can make any kind of comments about us or do whatever they want to do. So I just share that because it was personal to me and it was concerning. And I thought immediately about the birth of a nation because I had just saw this movie recently and I'm like, wow, we're no longer slaves, but we still have these mentalities in our own communities, and it's our fault. And I'm not saying, you know, for people to just quit their 9-to-5s and just go out and start their own businesses, because you have to have a strategy and you have to have a plan. But what I am saying is we need to start thinking about that. I've noticed on Facebook that a lot of people are thinking about starting their own businesses, or starting their ministries, or whatever you're doing. I encourage you to do that, because we need to think about the next generation. We need to think about this generation right now, because we are called to this season to do something different. It's time out for the slave mentalities. It's time out for just living in mediocrity and just going on with business as usual. So I just want to say that, because it very well discerned and it really disturbed me when that happened yesterday. And the first thing, I could have just held up my fist and been like, you know, we're going to protest this 99-cent store. But no, what would that do? This individual still owns his business. He's going to go on about his life back to his own community. But we have to start taking into accountability and being responsible for our own selves. So if you're thinking about a side hustle, or you're trying to figure out what is my purpose, or what is that I need to do, or if you're already a business owner and you want to take your business to the next level, then I want to invite you to the 7-day movement that's going to happen on Monday, starting October the 25th. It's the Business to Lifestyle Summit. And just like I had to shut out the world so that I can focus on my needs, my health, and mindset, I would encourage you to do that. I posted the link in this video, and also I would encourage you to also order my book so that you can address that trauma that you haven't addressed. Because a lot of people don't want to go and see the birth of a nation. They don't want to discuss our historical trauma and what's impacting us. But when we don't address our issues, they come back to hunt us, just like what happened to me yesterday. So I encourage you to do that. Sign up for that 7-day Business to Lifestyle movement. There are going to be 20+ speakers on that movement. It's all online. So you can sit at home in your own luxury of your home or your pajamas. There are going to be health specialists. You know, we don't want to pay attention to our health, but our health is our wealth. And if we're not addressing our own health issues and taking care of ourselves, not just our mind, but our bodies and our spirits, then we might as well go out and buy our casket and lay in it, because, you know, it's pretty much shut down if you're not taking care of yourself. You've just given up on yourself. So before you think about starting your business, or if you're already in business, we need to address some things. Our health. We need to create strategies for our finances. How are we going to make more money in 2017? How are we going to get our mindset right so that you can keep going in that business? Because it's not easy. I've learned some of the challenges of starting a business this year and going into ministry is you got to be able to speak words of encouragement to yourself. But you got to have a mindset to do that, because not too many people are going to be there cheerleading you. You got to be able to cheerlead yourself, but you have to have a strategy to do it. So this 7-day movement is all online, phenomenal speakers. I'm going to be tuning in myself so that I can invest in my own health. It's going to be dynamic, and I encourage you to sign up for it. It's completely free. That's the wonderful thing, completely free. Thousands of dollars of value that is for free. So please take that opportunity. And if you haven't ordered my book as well, please take a look at my link and order the book. I have shipping included, so I can ship it to you directly. I want to thank the people who have already supported me and bought it here in Houston, and my family, and people that I have been acquainted with on the East Coast, the West Coast, and up north. Thank you for supporting me. And those who haven't, please do so. But I just wanted to share those resources with you, because something has to change. You know, mediocrity, as I want to give a shout out to Denise DeMijo was saying, mediocrity is not our portion. It's not our portion anymore. And we are no longer slaves. We have to move forward in life because there are generations out there who need us, who need what we have to offer. Each and every one of us. We have something that has been implanted in us, the greatness that has been in us since we were born. God has purposed us for some great things, but if we don't get ourselves ready and prepared and get that momentum, get our health in order, the strategies to start our business or sustain them, then we're going to remain stagnant as a people. So I want to encourage you to do that. Stay blessed, stay focused, and let us move forward. Thank you for tuning in. This message has been brought to you by Alicia Buchanan at aliciabuchanan.com. Have a great weekend.